Hey, this is Jim, KN4YCD, and you're listening to Caffeinated Radio.
Hi, this is Santiago from Hamburg Online, and you're watching Caffeinated Radio.
Hey everybody, Joe Brett, K5YVY, and you're watching Caffeinated Radio.
Hey everybody, I'm the Lion Hawaiian. Wait a second, that's not who I am. I'm Bo, KH7FC, Roving Radio, here on YouTube, and you're watching Caffeinated Radio. Stay tuned.
I'm Hayden, Kilo Delta 9, Sugar Baby from Ham Radio DX, and you're watching Caffeinated Radio.
What's up, guys? I am the Ham Radio Adventure Guy, and you're watching Caffeinated Radio.
Sugar Baby gets me every time.
Sugar Baby.
Sugar
that's
Baby.
Funny.
So, evening, folks. I'm Steve, K588. Thank y'all for being here. We're going to get that obligatory YouTube junk out of the way here in a minute. But first, let's check out and see who we got in the house tonight. We got Chuck Roast. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, I thought I was in the wrong place. I came back from the other room, and it was like, where am I at here, you know? I was watching all these different people. I was like, this is not the right show.
It's like, crap, I done hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened when I left. My dogs were barking. I had to go answer the door. The painter just got here for some reason.
That's good timing.
So, yeah.
Sweet. Well, good to have you. Good to have you.
Glad you asked me.
Next up in the house, we got Mr. T.O.
That's me. How is everybody doing tonight? It's been a wonderful day here. Nice and quiet. Everybody was gone.
How'd you of course, I saw you kind of.
It wasn't so quiet when we were doing the members only stream.
My wife's sitting over there. She wants to get on camera. She keeps telling me.
Come on, stick your head in.
Bring her in.
Just turn the camera when she's not looking. You can get her.
I'll turn the camera when she's not looking.
That works.
Oh, you should have seen the look I got. Ooh.
Throwing a little hate. And then got Ape. What's up, Ape?
Not much. I'm just trying to say hey to everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for having me here, ATA. Appreciate that. And just ready to get the show on. I reorganized my whole shack. I moved my microphone from the right to the left, and now I feel weird.
You were kind of already weird, so it's good that you feel weird. Because
I feel weirder. I put it that way.
You feel like yourself.
A little feng shui. Mm-hmm. You got to take a cleansing breath.
So, of course, as is expected, Andy was first at 11:26 this morning. Andy was first up in the house.
You posted at 11:25, didn't you?
So I honestly don't remember. I posted it in that 8 minutes I had between meetings.
It took him a minute.
I think Andy posted before the stream was posted.
So, well, I think Andy's probably got my stream key, and he just kind of.
Like,
I'm starting to think Andy posts it for me. So Andy, I appreciate that. I've been a little busy lately. So you can post it every Wednesday if you want, boss. I'm good. Gordon's in the house, and Gordon and I were talking about his forging, not like the checks and stuff like that, but the blacksmithing kind of stuff earlier. And that's one of those hobbies I'd love to learn, but have zero time to learn it. But in fact, Curtis I showed up in the chat. He's playing with making knives out of lawnmower blades and stuff. I got to call them Kniffy so I don't get demoned. But
lawnmower.
Yeah,
they make what's called a parang. It's a South American type machete that out of the lawnmower blades. It's actually a really popular thing for folks to do. Sorry, I'm a nerd like that.
You've got a few of those old review videos on your channel of some interesting stuff like that. So
I love how he says it. They make something called the meringue.
I thought that was the stuff that's on top of it.
No, parang with a P.
Parang. It's just the way you said it. I didn't care if I had the right word or not.
So
I actually have a parang. It's very nice.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can play this game with Ape, and you can just put a knife on the screen, and he will tell you instantly what it is.
Well, that is an Emerson karambit that was produced by Kershaw, if I remember correctly.
You were 3 right. Two for 3. It's not.
I said karambit. It's not right. It's not a karambit. That is an Emerson, and that's probably. And it's made by Kershaw.
Hold up.
We need the
failure. That's not the Tanto or Tonto, right?
It is the Tonto. I don't like it. I would switch it away as soon as I break more of the tip off.
And Tio's right, because I pulled out one that a lot of people don't know, and he immediately knew what it was.
Look at that.
That's the Bear Grylls Gerber survival knife.
That one I knew.
With a partially serrated blade.
I'm telling you.
And I got it for like $5
8 steel.
at a yard sale.
I believe it's also 8 steel.
So some dude that I think he robbed a truck that, I bought all kinds of Gerber crap at its yard sale for like $5 a pop. It was ridiculous. So
Nice.
Anyway, so amateur radio on the air is in the house. Thank you for being here. Scrolling.
There it is. Nice.
John Hummel. Oh, go for it, Abe.
Don't
What
touch
is it?
yourself.
Abe?
That's the Condor, right?
Oh my God! Does it say Condor?
It's probably
It does.
1095,
Damn
but no,
it.
that's a Condor with not Kydex. That is
Yeah, it's
micarta
other stuff.
scales,
Yeah,
and that's called a snake knot lanyard. That's the solid knot that's tied in there. Just so everybody knows.
I did. I made that.
I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna collect a
I
bunch
couldn't
of
remember
these
the
for
name of
next
this
week.
knife.
Now you start asking me about antennas. He starts coming up with capacitive directance and inverse reluctance and rotate
Yeah,
the
sometimes
vertical.
I think it's BS, but
Yeah, most of it is.
Mike Smith's in the house. He said earlier he needed more coffee. I said that's kind of an assumed state with me. After tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna need more coffee, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Who else we got, gents? Chuck, some guy named Chuck's in the house. Hey, Chuck. Vern, thank you for being here, Vern. Keith, there's Andy again. Mike, K at MRD Radio Stuff is here. I know I'm missing Hobnail.
I didn't see Mike. Where's he at?
Yeah, he slipped in there earlier.
I saw him earlier. Yeah, at least I thought I saw him, but who knows?
Marty's in the house. Thank you for being here. Rhea showed up. Hey, Rhea. And Anime at the same time.
Paul Hastings is in there.
Yeah,
Anime dropped a video today.
They
She's
must have
making an antenna.
colluded. Who did?
Anime, she's making an antenna. She dropped a video today.
It's posting on Thursday.
heard
It's
it.
going to be in
Yeah, I
Orlando,
thought that was
Oh.
teaser. Just so you know, Anime's got a video tomorrow.
Should we bet on what kind of antenna it is?
I'll guess a dipole.
I'm going to bet it's an NFED, but I don't have any reason to believe that.
Well, you already looked though. You already knew those.
Well, it doesn't. Her thumbnail is absent any picture of the antenna.
Oh, okay.
Huh. So out of curiosity, why do you suspect an NFED?
Because she's asked questions about NFEDs before, I believe. And so I'm just
has.
and the NFED half wave dipole is in vogue right now. It's
So this woman walked into the post office the other day, and I was busy wrapping up my package to ship.
wait a minute.
And she walked in. She leaned over right next to me and looked at the wall of stamps. And I'm like, "You can go ahead. You're just buying stamps." She's like, "How'd you know what I was doing?" Because she leaned over and looked at the wall of stamps.
I think
So-
Andy's right. He's saying it's a 2-meter J pole, and I bet you that's right.
Anime, you want to throw it out there and tease your video tomorrow? Hit it. So this is your chance. Your chance at fame.
Tease it.
So, but So anyway,
Yeah.
so last night,
Not infed.
I can kind of sort of relate it to ham radio. Last night at school, we had our official open house. So, we had a good 1,000 people on campus, which I'm sure went really well. Spreading the love of Rona
all 6 feet
everywhere.
apart.
Yeah. But anyhow, the good thing is I got to meet a significant percentage of my new Padawans for next year. And so far, it's a pretty decent crew.
Excellent.
Good, man. That's awesome. Did you sell any of the coupon books?
Yeah, I sold out actually. So sold out.
When my kid started in school, I went to the first parent-teacher night. I remember, and when I got there, they immediately started trying to sell me on this this book of coupon book, like where you get $2 off the pizza place, off of pizza. So they start telling me all this stuff. And all right, so I buy the book, and then they say, well, also we're selling T-shirts. It was like a YouTube video, actually. We're selling so much merch. They were trying to sell me like the school shirts, and then they were telling me about the bake sale. And then the guy's like, do you know anything about landscaping? Because we have a problem with the swing set in the back. And I'm like, look, tell me how much you want, and I'll just cut a check. I don't want to, I don't want to get nickel and dime. Just tell me.
I don't need all these magnets on my fridge. Yeah.
Right. But it's a hard spot for the schools, right, to be in with the funding.
Yeah. Well, they never give us enough money, and T.O.'s got a big chair.
I do have the big chair.
But
don't act like you like it. Don't say, "Oh, this hurts my back," because if you like it, somebody's going to want to take it.
This is Dad's chair.
So, but now school funding, they never send enough money, and what they do send, they limit what it's like different buckets of cash kind of thing, and so you can only spend this bucket on certain things and this bucket on certain things, and it's a pain in the butt. In fact, I'll go ahead and use every I don't know, a few months, I throw out the friendly neighborhood reminder. Anybody who does send stuff for Padawans and whatnot, technically, just so you know, because, it keeps my administrators happy, you're donating that to me, and then I'm just giving it to a kid. It is not being donated to school, because then it becomes school property and I have to fill out all kinds of funky. And that's like
liability. That's how they get you.
Absolutely not. You can't do that. So I was like, all right. Well, in that case,
some of Mr. Goodgame's kids will show up in the chat, and you'll recognize them right away because they have very interesting handles.
Yeah. So they'll show up in the chat. Yeah, Curtis is in it. He teaches with me. How's that projector working? So I got a new room, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to try to take a little footage for it for next week's stream, kind of show off what the new Padawan shack a little bit. But
you had one of those Promethean boards, is that right, or is that
not yet? But we're supposed to be getting one.
Yeah, those things are cool.
So I used to have the old smart board back in the day.
Yeah.
But supposedly we've got Promethean boards on the way. But once again, it depends on what bucket of money they fill up first, I guess. So.
Hey, Adam is in the house, 86DM. I just want to give him a shout out in his podcast, Handle Thoughts.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Adam's 86DM, see, I know it says Dennis after his name, but
that's his last name. His name's Adam Dennis, right? Adam Dennis.
But yeah, his podcast is pretty cool because I know a few guys.
Keith is correct.
That might have been on that, so go check it out. So you're doing a presentation at a summer school camp tomorrow, but with drones. That's kind of cool. So I'm drone ignorant enough to know that mine is somewhere to the west of me in a tree somewhere, and it's been there for at least 2 years. So, all right. So yeah. So Oh well, we'll go ahead and get there. Huntsville's coming, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure it's actually coming. I hope it does. But somebody
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, somebody who shall remain nameless kind of asked earlier if anybody was giving a line on bets for whether it was going to cancel or not. And I don't know. That's a lot of...
You just got upset Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck's like, I'm out. Deuces. So, but,
he's probably talking to his attack chihuahua.
Yeah, no, stupid to attack chihuahuas in the other room. But
look at that look on his face. He's unhappy.
Maybe Chuck stepped in the other room just to find out if it's really going to happen or not.
No, my dog, my painter's working on my door, so my dogs are going crazy.
So, but yeah, I'm not sure. I hope it happens. I've got the campsite. I've got the camper ready to roll. I just.
Well, I think I heard today that we have started to limit international travel again. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I saw it on the news, and that's why I don't know if it's true or not.
All the latest COVID hearsay right here on Goodgame Ham Radio and Outdoors.
Yeah.
But they're saying that Alabama is just getting absolutely decimated with COVID right now. More so in the southern part of the state. But they're saying it's really, really bad. Like all the hospital workers are coming out and saying that they're out of resources, running out of beds. They don't have enough people to work in the hospitals to handle the amount of patients. So it's sad and it's a really tough situation. I'm nervous about the whole thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, the vast majority of our district or administrative level people in the district last week were all out with it, and one of them's still out. I mean, he's still in the hospital. He's a young fella. I mean, shoot, he's at least 15 years younger than me. He's a young guy, and it ain't pretty with him. So he's had the ventilator and whatnot, and he's at least on the mend. Apparently, he can sit up and whatnot. But
that's good.
Still, I guess it's more real than some people give it credit for, I guess. So, but all right, enough of that.
Well, hold on a second while we're still talking about Huntsville.
Go back to that.
I wanted to say that Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, is the YouTubers forum. So I'm sure that'll be a packed house because all the YouTubers are going to be there. But I think Jason's hosting it, so it should be pretty exciting. And there's probably going to be 15 to 20 YouTubers there that you get to meet and greet. The other thing I was going to say is our very own Carlos, KD9OLN, is that right? Did I say that right? The parachute guy is how you guys know him. He is hosting a forum down there on Parachute Mobile, which I did not find out about till today. So that's pretty cool too.
That would be kind of cool. I mean, not that I'm going to jump out of an airplane, but
Not me.
There's a whole lot of me to stop before I hit the ground. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, some of y'all little folks, maybe you slow down a little better than me, but I don't know. I ain't got a whole lot of faith in it. Joe Brett's in the house. Hey, Joe.
Hey, on to Joe Brett.
Yeah. So here, Adam said that they're seeing vaccinated folks test positive, but symptoms are generally mild. So my unofficial prediction is we're going to start school tomorrow. We start full force, everybody tomorrow. I think it's 130, 127, 130 kids, something like that I'm going to have. And I'm unofficially predicting we'll make a week and a half before we're down to half.
Well, what's crazy is that in terms of the vax, everybody was, when the vax was coming out, like I read all about it, and I would tell people that it doesn't prevent you from catching the virus. It limits your immune response and how sick you get. And now everybody's like, they never told us that you could still get it. They absolutely did. They absolutely did. So I just don't understand. I don't understand why that's a surprise.
And
why
you can catch it and you can pass it most likely.
Yeah.
But you might not even know it. So,
but yeah, it's one of those. We got the shots back in. I don't remember when it was, but
yeah, I've been chipped for a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, but I wore my tinfoil hat when I did it, so I should.
And now I hear extra voices. I only heard a few before, but now I hear extra ones.
Try turning the VFO a little bit.
Usually us.
Yeah, as long as you're not hearing TO while you're sleeping, it's okay.
Sometimes I do. Like I've fallen asleep watching the YouTube video, and it'll autoplay, and so I've woken up to y'all in the middle of the night, being like, "What?" Thinking I'm on stream or something.
That's us.
I woke up the other night hearing voices too, and turned out I left that radio over here on Simplex, and somebody was actually on it for a change.
Yeah, that's always a startler.
It's like
I've had that happen where like I left the HT on that's in the back of the car or something, and I'm driving, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, so Adam's cell coverage has gone through the roof since he got chipped, and his internet bandwidth has probably gone up too. He's been uploading some huge files I've been dealing with, and I know the size of those files on Adam's old internet would have taken like a week and a half. So it's
all right. So that's the Huntsville update, right?
That's the Huntsville update, which isn't even on the schedule for today. I just went there because I don't know. I'm hoping. My mother-in-law wants to go. She's a new ham. She's never been to a ham fest, and I hope so, Mama. But it's a coming. So next up, got QSO Today is coming up now.
8 days.
Is this the third one? Is that right? Is my understanding? I think
this is the third one, and if I remember correctly, the first one was pretty good. The second one, they had
technical difficulties, is what I understand.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't remember the name of whatever the streaming stuff was they used. Anybody remember what that? They used some other weird platform.
They did.
Well, I heard an interview with the guy who's in charge of it, and he was saying that there's like 3 or 4 different platforms that they use kind of glued together. And that's why they had some problems. So he said this time, I think that they're looking at it a little bit differently. But all of the presentations that they give at this thing are going to be archived, and you'll be able to access them for like 30 days or something like that, I think.
I wonder why
it's $10. Like, that's what I understand is $10. It's not like it's $250. So I know people get upset, and $10 can mean a lot to some folks, but if $10 means that much to you, don't do it and watch videos on YouTube, right? But if $10 doesn't mean a whole lot, you're supporting the ham community is kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, so
your buddy's giving the keynote, right?
I'm honestly not sure.
He is, Dave.
But he gave the keynote on the last one, and I honestly, it's totally slipped by me until a couple days ago that this was already here again.
My mouse died.
Theo, are you dancing in there?
You got him covered up with.
No, not at all.
So I got you covered. Hang on, let me uncover you. Sorry, I'm kind of afflicted sometimes.
If he was a little taller, we could have seen him, but
So yeah, y'all. Sorry, he was actually just doing a brief snippet of the 8 dance, and you didn't get to see it because you were covered.
Dang, my mouse died, and now I can't control my computer.
You were complaining about that the other day.
It's been happening on and off, but it looks like it was the battery. But now I don't have.
I thought you knew something about batteries.
Yeah, don't you have a bunch of rechargeables like just sitting around?
I do, but I don't 100% know where they are. All right, give me 1 second.
Batteries.
We're getting ready to do some surgery.
Uh-oh.
Surgery.
Look at that look on his face.
No pressure here, but
he's gonna start swearing any minute now.
That's why I hit the mute key.
My mouse battery went out, and then my keyboard battery went out. So,
all right. So hang on. Go ahead and talk us through it. First step was remove the cover.
I removed the Duracell battery that came with it. This is a alkaline battery, and we don't like them. Here we go. Let me get in focus. So I replaced it with an EBL lithium-ion 3,000 milliamp battery.
Try that to the left a little bit. It was kind
plugged it in, and I got blue light on my blue teeth.
It's only 3,000.
Come on, man.
Got the little ones.
All right, we are back in business. See, now I can do this. See? The problem is that now my LC meter is short a battery.
You don't need that anyway.
I love this thing.
Not anymore. It doesn't work. You don't have a battery in it. So anyway, it is not too late apparently to register for that, which reminds me I need to go ahead and do that.
The YouTubers bunch will have a booth at this thing.
Yeah.
But I have not signed up to do it. Thanks, Liberty Cave. I appreciate that. Beer's like saying all the same tarnation.
I say, boy.
But anyhow, this YouTubers bunch will have a booth at the.
I don't know if that makes it any better or not.
At the QSO Today Expo. I have not signed up to be in there yet, but I was thinking about it. Weekends are tough for me.
Yeah, weekends are, especially now that we'll be back in school. My weekends will be filled with the
extra tougher.
Now. So yeah, extra more tougher. So, but anyway, you have 8 days, 23 hours, 36 minutes, and 5, 4, 3.
That's
2.
9 days. Let's be real.
Yep. So get jiggy with it. Get that registered. Anybody in the chat going? Or let's see what we have. We have Learn to Solder Build-a-thon. What are they building?
The Tuna 10 2 transmitter?
Oh, Rex Harper's going to be leading that up.
Good old Rex. Yeah.
You got the R-Finder boys are going to be there.
Ham Radio Workbench.
There we go. Presentations. That's what I was after right there. Building unusual telegraph keys. I wonder if any of them are as cool as some of them that some of
they stole our idea.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that? Didn't we do that?
Yeah, same thing as the people that stole the beer can antenna idea. I mean, it's
right.
Adventures with a Repeater Builder, amateur radio logging software.
Is that guy is that a train engineer?
That is. It's a steam engine.
Yeah, he's actually a knowledgeable fella. He's done several webinars for the ARRL.
Foamers.
I was going to say that Anthony looks like he has logged some stuff.
He's got
that stare.
He's I guess he was a train guy. I don't know, but he knows a good bit about a good bit number of things.
He might just be a train enthusiast. Look, I could have used that battery cell matching conversation.
Yeah, you could. In fact, you probably ought to just
cell matching. Yeah.
Go ahead and explain to them how to do batteries.
Anime, you didn't see my my postcard holder, QSL card holder CW key?
Build your own linear amplifier. That sounds like I'd blow myself up.
But that Mercury 3S is the hot amplifier these days. I wonder if Don's watching. He's got one of those, and so does our buddy Alex. He has one.
Yep.
I think Alex had his first. And
there's George.
Oh, George!
There he is, George.
Building out a ham radio trailer. So George is a cool guy. So
Yeah,
Did we talk to him about the trailer when he was on?
Yeah, we did, because I'd given him some. I listened to his podcast on it, and I had a few ideas for him and sent him an email and stuff. So
yeah, y'all need to go ahead and click that just because George is cool and we like George. So make sure he's well attended.
Compromised beverage antenna. What is that about?
I think that's the beer can antenna, right?
That's like rotating the vertical.
Let's see. We got contesting the second step. Is that like how to remember to turn your login? Our club didn't remember to turn their login this year.
Happy birthday, Evan.
So I wonder if that's an old picture or not, but he's got the wood panel. You got the wood paneling in the Ham Shack.
We still have an office in our school building that has the wood paneling on it. So
I've got wood paneling in my Ham Shack.
I remember when I was a
It's actually
kid,
not
like if you had a
paneling,
wood
it's actually
panel
real wood.
basement, if you had a wood basement, you were that was high dollar stuff.
tape antennas.
There was an article in one of the ARRL magazines about the self-adhesive tape antennas.
You know, this dude actually did a webinar also, and it was like one of those wrapped around the PVC pipe, if I remember right, antennas. It's pretty
Well,
good.
like in this magazine article, they actually taped it to a window.
Yeah. I think T.O. showed it last night.
Actually,
Did
know
you? Yeah. Maybe that's a.
That's actually not a bad option for me and my. Well, actually, I don't need to do that this year in the classroom. So, I've actually got a window I can.
Is that Dr. Phil? Scroll. Oh, I thought that was Dr. Phil.
No, that's Dr. Vince.
Have you spent a lot of time with Dr. Phil, Abe?
No, we had a guy from work went on Dr. Phil, and so we all watched it while at work while it aired.
Atomic Time, Dual Flex Radio. What else we got? Electra. Whoa! We know that guy.
That's his glamour shot. He got that at the mall.
Yeah, so
He doesn't look like that anymore, folks.
He doesn't, but that's
No.
okay. We're gonna let him
That
think
was
he
only
does.
20 years ago.
So, well, Sterling's only like 22, so you know.
I know.
So,
He had a beard too.
so yep, y'all make sure Sterling's thing is well attended. If you're doing this, make sure you hit that little add to calendar button, because obviously he's doing youth. So that's
There's a lot of flex up in this piece.
yeah. There's a lot of flex. Folks must be paying.
Hey,
I think
there's
that, I
Peter.
think the flex might be the premier
And that
vendor.
picture's-
Last year was ICOM, right? ICOM did it last time.
Elecraft was in there too.
Yeah, that picture of Peter is in black and white, so you can't see his pink hair.
Can't see my pink hair either, so it's okay. Hey, we know this guy too.
There's pink hair.
I'm sure he's doing it remote, but Uncle Cal, that'll be awesome.
We're gonna
Oh,
scroll
wait
back.
a minute. What is that one? That guy.
It scrolled
Oh,
by
that's
too fast. I
that's the
didn't see it.
happy hour. Yeah, we
Oh,
might have
drinking.
to.
Drinking
Yeah.
radio.
I hope they're not going to broadcast one of the typical happy hours. I would probably get a lawsuit.
I know.
Yeah, I might need to make sure we behave. Here's some more George.
Yeah, the workbench.
God, there's a lot of
HF noise. That's probably going to be a good one.
Yeah, scroll back up there, ATA.
Who was doing that?
Mike.
I think it's one below him, right? Oh, no, that's the HOA.
Yeah, then Abe might need the HOA one.
Yeah, what's
I
the
do.
A lot
HOA?
of
about?
HOAs in Nebraska, I tell you what.
Yeah,
It's
well, he lives in that one exclusive HOA.
South Central.
neighborhood.
South
Yeah.
Central.
South
He's
Central.
on the right side of the tracks.
I do, Evan. Thank you. I'll give you a shout later.
This dude knows a scary amount of stuff about some of this stuff too.
Yeah, he was
He
on my
doesn't
channel.
look. That's a glamour shot too.
He looks a little more, I don't know, 60s hippie. He said it himself, so I'm not making fun of him.
Yeah,
He was-
he'll own his
his hippie roots.
yeah.
Shoot, I thought you had a fire in the place. I was smoking,
Interesting
Abe.
dude though, man. He knows a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah, he did an interview, Ham Nuggets interview with me on my
Yeah,
channel.
he was a nugget. How to start amateur radio club in your school. I'm gonna have to go see what homie has to say.
Yeah, you should check that one out.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, go up. Go. One more. Not the flex guy. There you go. That guy. Introduction to antenna modeling using EasyNet. I used one of my videos a couple days ago, and Don was telling me that EasyNet is going to have a free version starting next year. And so most of your ARRL books, like the antenna book, 24th edition, which I love, comes with a bunch of antenna models already as part of the supplemental files for it. But I've never played with them because I don't have the software. So I'm excited about that.
Isn't EasyNet the software that way back in the day they used to ship with the antenna books like on a 3.5-inch floppy?
I don't know if the software came with it, but they had, I want to call them cab files, but I know that that's not right. but we'll just pretend it is so it looks smart. But it has a bunch like your dipoles and verticals and stuff included on there, so you can mess around with them.
There you go.
This guy copying off my videos.
Moving in on your territory.
Yeah, you see what he's actually going to do is he's going to play a video and he's just going to superimpose his face on top of yours in the bottom corner down there.
No, you can
like,
tell.
I know I sound like the Smokinate, but I am not the Smokinate.
You can tell he's a serious gamer because he's wearing suspenders.
Yeah, he's got a what is that? One of those Heath kits behind him. Is that a Heath kit or is that a?
Yeah.
Keep the
lid on the trash can. I hope they're not talking about lids here.
So well,
another one of your ideas, 8.
Right.
That might be a good one.
Liam.
He's a new ham too. KI5JXQ. He hadn't had it too long.
That's awesome.
There's that soldering one. Some more soldering ones. I guess it's GitHub.
I thought that said "Let's get fit."
No, we're good.
I can't type GET anymore. I always type G.
Wait a minute. I did this video too.
I'm telling you, see what's happening is people are just watching the stuff and then they're like, "Hey, I can just."
Well, I'm gonna have to drive down there and have a couple words with some folk.
It's a long drive from Nebraska, brother.
So if you want to be on the QSO Today show, what you need to do is go back into Smoking Ape's back catalog of videos, pick one you like.
I'm gonna have to call this guy and be like, "Look, the way I see it, you owe me about $75 for that idea. Otherwise, somebody's gonna have to speak into the microphone."
There's a whole bunch of sessions on this thing, man.
Hey, Peter again.
Was that Peter?
One more. There he is.
There you go. There's Peter.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
That guy knows his stuff right there, man.
It's better than haircut in that one video, but
I think they should buy him some shoes though. He's never got shoes on.
He's really an awesome guy.
See, I might have to watch that one too.
Oh, there was a serious look there.
There's our engineer again.
This is a circle.
Ride the train.
Hey, I did that video. Yeah,
the QSL card. I did that one.
I thought this little sidebar here it never actually makes it any farther down to the bottom.
There you go.
Dude, there it is. Oh no, it isn't.
No. Now it's scrolling in here. So that's what's.
Yeah.
We got something on the Yagi.
Yeah, look at it. They got fake radio right there.
Brad, I'm surprised they let him in the building.
He looks very.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna reach out to Jason about it and be like, look, you're gonna have to get me a discount pass for this thing. I didn't know it was gonna be as good as it looks.
And that's it. And then Carol Perry's the last one on there, and she does a lot for
with Audrey
Utes in ham radio.
You see her guest
Utes.
Yep, with Audrey McElroy. She was on. Oh, it's been what 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Old girl who knows how to launch a balloon. So anyway, I'd be anxious to hear how that goes after that happens.
So good game. I got you on my ham alert today, banging out some CW. What's up with that?
You didn't get me banging out CW.
Somebody was using your call sign.
Yeah, well, I can assure you it wasn't me. I was banging my head on a desk at one point because, they don't let you take coffee into certain rooms, and I can't take enough. And so at some points I just start kind of twitching. But no, there was no CW coming from me. So, and yep, Arnie says that's a lot of presentations for $10. So, yep, go ahead and hit it. So, next up, have you seen that? When the 705 first came out, I think it was a dude in Japan did a video. I'm uncovering you. Just chill, man. T.O.
That's not fun.
I wish I could drag different people to different spots. That'd be fun.
You can.
How do I do that?
Literally, just click on Ape and drag him up one.
Oh, up on the screen up here?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. So I can, block Ape out. Look at that. I got educated. There we go.
For Headbanger
Keith,
Steve and the Utes.
Thank you, because you know what? I got a whole bunch of Utes coming in. Of course, the cool thing is, a bunch of the Utes, little sibling Utes, all came into my classroom with them because the whole district pretty much had their meet the teacher night thing on the same night. So I got my Utes, and then I got little Utes, and of course they come in and they see these little robotic cars and radio stuff sitting on desks, and of course I put all the ones that don't really work out there anyway in case somebody drops one, but they don't know any different. But yeah, these Utes, but and so they're already like, oh, I want to get to play with some of that stuff, and I was like, I can get you. So. All right. So anyway, the 705 Teardown. What I was asking, when the 705 first came out, there was some dude, I think he was in Japan, that it was like brand new, like day 2. And
he did this disassembly video, right?
Yeah, he like completely took it apart. Like I was watching it, like, I don't know, it's $1,200 radio. I'm not sure I could bring myself to.
I'd do it.
You just did yours. Did you get it fixed?
That's the 891. I'm still waiting on the part to show up in the mail.
But in this article, this guy really gets into the guts of that thing.
Yeah, he gives pretty decent instructions on how to, carefully disconnect the 2 cables and move the front panel to the side. If you're curious, see, this is how I'm going to disassemble my radio, right? Or I said my radio. Sorry, Jerica. Her radio. But I'd rather just look at pictures of somebody else having taken it apart.
But he actually goes through chip by chip and tells you what's in the innards of this thing, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's
it is
little Texas Instruments stuff.
That's the DSP that's in most radios, as I understand it.
Yeah, that's the
so
old
when you talk about how wonderful Yaesu's DSP technology is, there it is.
It's in the ICOM too. Anime, thank you very much. Thank you. So Arnie wants to know how many Padawans there are, and I'm going to throw that up there, and then I'm going to hide it because otherwise T.O. is going to start trying to peek over the top again. This year, the number of Padawans kind of changes. See, this year I've got 19 of them that I taught when they were in 6th grade that I got back, and roughly 2/3 of those 19 are already licensed. They got their technicians, so those kids are going to be working on upgrading that license to a general, whereas the other ones are going to work on getting their technician. But then I have, and this is the first year I'll have to do it this way because I usually have one class that's separate from the rest, but our numbers are kind of ugly right now as far as number of kids. So I'm kind of going to get to do some of this stuff with all of the different classes. It's just going to be a little more challenging because, well, like for example, one of the things that I was planning on doing to teach them soldering, I bought these little the little alarm clocks, the little soldering kits you can buy. They're like $8 each or something like that. So they're not bad. I bought 20 of them anticipating, a class of kids, and now I've got 100 and something kids. So we're gonna have to figure out a workaround. Because
what do you need?
The little soldering projects and stuff like that. When I bought them thinking I was gonna have my regular one class of Padawans I'm doing this with, and now all of a sudden it's spread through a day, which is a good thing in that I get to expose everybody to ham radio and stuff like that. But at the same time, there's a lot more stuff that I can't spread 20 kits among 120 kids kind of thing. So we'll figure this one out. This is gonna, at $8 a pop, it gets expensive, and then that's just one project. So we'll have to punt and see what we can do there. But yeah, this little take apart, it's pretty cool. That's my favorite picture. I don't know why, but yeah.
I'm getting all excited and talking here into the mute button. That's some Toroid action in there.
Yeah, and so we were talking the other day, Apes, all those little white boxes, those are all the relays that are inside that thing too.
Yeah, so that's what was clicking probably. But if you scroll up, he actually has like I can't remember the exact name for it, but we're going to call it like micro teeny tiny SMA connector. Go one more. And that's it right there in the upper right-hand quadrant.
The little eyeball.
Okay.
There you go. So that's actually an antenna connection. He says that there's even a jack for an external antenna. I wonder what that is for.
Well, it's next to the Wi-Fi board. If you scroll down one more, you should see it on the next one.
That's the Bluetooth.
So you see it at the same general location. It's right next to the Wi-Fi board. So that
it's not a Wi-Fi.
Wire is the Wi-Fi antenna.
Correct. So I wonder if this is like a test module. You know, like when as you build stuff, you might plug in something to test it.
Huh.
And Abe's real name is known. It's been revealed on a couple of streams already.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to go watch all the streams and find it.
And its call sign.
Yeah, W48.
So it looks like it's got a tuner in it, but obviously I guess it doesn't. But
No, so those are for the different bands that it has. So each one of those toroids is a different band. Well, essentially,
They're filtering. It's filters for your
filters
for your
right
for your band pass filters.
Yeah,
Steve, thank you very much.
It does. It does what they call it DC to daylight, but you can get from 440 all the way down to 160.
Yeah,
down to 1.8, 440 megahertz down to 1.8 megahertz. Probably even a little lower than that.
There's some inductors.
There be an inductor. But yeah,
I thought that was cool just to get a peek inside that thing. I mean, when you go through this, that thing is sardine packed with these boards.
It is, and I don't have the guy's link. If somebody can find it and throw it in the chat or whatever, the Japanese guy that did. I mean, he's taken. If I remember right, it was quick too. He's like, "Oh, and look, you can." I had to kind of have the little translate thing going, but you can see he's like,
this guy's name is
Whiskey.
Out of there.
Yeah,
his name is Whiskey.
Well, that's bonus points.
That's a good name.
If it were coffee, that would be better, but that's okay.
Evan's saying he's calling Ham Court about Ape's name. You do understand that Ape is one of the
I'm
judges
the owner
of
and
Ham
proprietor.
Court.
I'm an inventor of Ham Court.
Ape's the judge.
Sentence first, verdict later. That's true, Liberty. Innocent, guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, Evan better watch it. He'll be up against charges here pretty quick.
right. Evan's getting unruly. He's going to get
better back off, Evan. Back off.
Be brought in for questioning.
So apparently, you need expensive special screwdrivers, according to Arnie, to get into that radio.
Arnie was asking why you call them Padawans.
So yeah, I call them Padawans because, well, I've called kids Padawans forever and a day. Back when I taught fourth grade, and we had kids before I was really teaching a whole bunch of ham radio, because I had kids that read those Star Wars novels and stuff like that. And so we called them Padawans back then. But then when we started teaching ham radio and streaming about it and stuff, YouTube kept demonetizing me after every single stream if I said the word kid too many times. And so we're talking on a stream, and maybe it was T.O., and she's like, well, just call them Padawans. And I was like, well, that works because I'm used to calling them Padawans anyway. I just had to get to the habit of calling them Padawans on the the
there is the iFixit kit.
Oh man!
There you go.
See, I can recognize.
I thought that was the dude kit or something.
No, Thump actually sent me this.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know what it's called. It's called the Kayasi. Here's the number. It's 126 pieces in one, and it's really cool. But if you look at it, I'm missing one. See right there.
That's the one you need to.
That's the one you need to fix everything.
It is the 0.03 pin, and I don't know what happened to it. So I have to look around and see if I can find it. But
that's your fancy schmancy kit, and here's my fancy schmancy kit. You go the right way. It's actually not mine. Well, it is mine, but
what is that? A toenail clipping?
Yeah,
I don't. No, actually, dude sent a few radios for the Padawans not too long ago, and I kind of opened it up. I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks," but I kept them in the box they shipped in because they're just going to school, and it was in summer. And so when I was digging through the box, there's all these little things in the bottom of it wrapped in plastic. Like here's another one right here, and they're little toolkits for little bitty screwdrivers and torques and stuff like that. And so he threw several of those things in the box for because you never have enough of these little things for Padawans when they start working on stuff. So
it all takes a walk too. And
yeah,
I got this. I got this at either Home Depot or Lowe's, whichever one sells Huskies. But this is just a Husky screwdriver kit,
Home Depot.
And I've had this thing for like 10 years, and maybe longer. And it just sits here on the desk. I use it all the time. But that new kit is pretty cool too, and I use that for the assembly of this. So
yeah, but see that like you've already learned, that's got so many parts, you start losing parts.
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Dealio right there, and then. This next one, the hurricane watch stuff. Now it's hurricane season and whatnot, and
have you guys used this at all before?
I've not. No. Now I've listened to them every now and then, like on the air. But when I used to live down on the Gulf Coast, I was the idiot that was running around playing in the hurricane.
I did that.
So, it was here go Category 3 hurricane, and I'm outside playing, and my dad was away on work, kind of stuff. So my mom's like, "Get in here!" I'm like, "Oh no, I got to take that in the house." And
Well, you're Skywarn, aren't you? Aren't you a Skywarn guy?
Especially now. We don't really do it much down here because it's kind of a hot mess.
But you got the certification, right? Didn't you?
I do. I got the certification. I did it a lot when I lived in Dallas, but I was like 10 or 11 years old with this stuff. So I was just being stupid. And one hurricane, I was jumping on the trampoline in the middle of it, and the trampoline blew over, and I blew with it. It was fun.
But that was back when you were only 4 foot tall.
Yeah, I was actually only 5'9" or so when I graduated high school. So
he did all that post school growing. But with it getting to be cane season, I get that there's been hurricanes already, but we're about to get into the thick of them.
Yeah.
This site's oh look, there's something down there, something doing.
Got a couple doings down there. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But this'll tell you when they activate the nets and what frequencies they're operating on. Okay. And that can be kind of cool and kind of fun to check out and listen to.
Let's see. Well, that didn't do much for me. Oops.
But they also cover Pacific. Aren't they called something else in the Pacific?
They're called typhoons over there, don't they?
I don't know.
Maybe that's no, it's not.
That's like in Asia. They call them.
Yeah,
typhoons,
that's an Asia thing. I don't know, what do they call them over there?
They have the tsunami watches, I think.
Yeah.
That's just because y'all don't like to surf on those things. I don't remember what they call them. I think they are still.
But I don't think I can't remember. Evan's right. We don't have them. We don't have hurricanes up in Nebraska.
No. So that's why he likes the hurricane net, because then he can listen and kind of feel like he's there. He lives, vicariously through the hurricane net.
That's what they still call them. They still call them hurricanes over there.
I thought so. And they've got a different set of names. You have a set of names for Atlantic and another set of names for the Pacific folks. So
yeah, we had one heck of a they called it a derecho, Derecho. It came through here after the last show last Wednesday, and Joe Brett and I were talking. So Joe Brett's going to be on Ham Nuggets on Monday, and we're going to talk about some real cool storm watching and how to see where things are going. And we've got some pictures.
He's been a Nugget, hasn't he? Already been a Nugget?
He has, but we're doing this special storm watch thing.
He's getting a redo.
Yeah, because of what happened last Wednesday. We had an amazing amount of lightning. So much lightning, we went out and looked all over the property for like torn up trees and everything. Didn't find anything, but it was super close. Like, it was so close you could hear the thunder before you saw the lightning.
You had to put on sunscreen. You had to put on sunscreen because there's so much.
Yeah. I got flash burns.
Does he use that? There's an application called Radar Scope that I started using a couple years back.
You will have to tune in Monday night to find out.
I can't wait. So yeah. Brett, I'm gonna call you right after
no
this.
temper tantrums.
Bring your questions there.
I'm calling Joe Brett.
Now, see, poor Chuck over there. He doesn't get these things. He just gets, earthquakes and wildfires. So
sunshine, no rain,
lollipops, rainbows,
ridiculous taxes. Oh, sorry. So, see who I missed in the chat real quick. I don't think I missed anybody. Yeah, Thump was going to try to help me out with my little gimbal problem that I was having with. I just don't think it's going to work. I'm just going to have to figure out another solution. I don't think, we were going to try to 3D print something to attach a wireless lav mic thing to. I just don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to throw everything off. Cape Coral, Florida, Vern. So, yep. So I'm going to turn this screen share off. Hang on. Where is it?
End stream.
Yeah. Oops. Wrong button. Awkward wave. So, all right. So, yeah. So hurricanes are coming now. My folks actually were living in New Orleans when, Katrina came through back in the day. And that was a hot mess. When any of y'all actually been through a real hurricane?
Yes.
Yeah. It was, we went down shortly after, and it was crazy. Like 10, 15 miles inland, there were like freezers and refrigerators sitting in the top of like pine trees and stuff like that because the floodwaters carried them that high. It was crazy.
Well, it was Dominican Republic that really got hit really hard about 5 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah, and then all the supplies got sent there, and well,
Well, they sent a bunch of ham radio guys down there for that to set up remote stations all over the island. There was I want to say Gary Pierce had some of those guys on, and they talked all about it. It was pretty cool.
So yeah.
See you later, Jim.
Yeah, see you later, Jim. And Steve, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Got to start buying kits. And yeah, Lee, it was Hugo, not the movie, the hurricane. The movie was horrible. So
yeah, when I lived in Maryland, we had a couple of really bad hurricanes. Sandy, the one right before Sandy was Irene, and then we had Hurricane Gloria.
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Chuck can't hear it.
So today, my tactical Yorkie was losing his mind and couldn't figure out what it was. And I've got a big bin I keep on the backyard full of bird seed for the bird feeders. And I look at it, and there's a hole in the top of the bin. Look at this. And so as I open the door, a squirrel pops its head out. And this squirrel has been driving me crazy all summer long. And he poos on the deck. And so he popped his head out, and then he started to struggle to get out of the thing. So I immediately deployed the tactical Yorkie. But the squirrel was still able to get out of there in time. The Yorkie's getting old.
Yeah, had to struggle. The struggle was real. So yeah, Anime, I agree. The book is always better. So it's one of those things I try to tell kids, and they're like, "But I like the movie." No.
But the book's got a lot of words. That's
yeah, that's what educated people do. They read the words.
Too many words for me.
So he can figure out a nano VNA, but he can't read that many words. So
nope.
Adam Dennis, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, much appreciated. I'm gonna have to struggle not to call you Adam Dennis from now on, just so you know.
You're gonna meet him in person and call him Adam Dennis.
So yeah, Adam Dennis, are you coming to Huntsville? If Huntsville is Huntsville still, that would be.
It'd be good to see him if he does.
Yeah, we're trying to talk Dr. Scove to come into Huntsville, but she would have to cancel appointments. And I told her, just give me your appointment book. I'll take care of canceling them and come on out. She didn't like that answer. So I don't know if he's coming or not, but he's not going to go to Huntsville. Are you making fun of Abe's pronunciation of Huntsville?
That's Joe Brett's pronunciation.
Is it?
So, he's like, I done going to Huntsville.
So I got it. Now I add my. Yeah, you're kind of down there where you get that kind of mess. So
yeah, Arnie's talking about the squirrelinator trap to catch the squirrel. What I was thinking about doing is putting a bow fang in the bird feeder bin, and when the squirrel's in there, it's setting off the that alarm that it has, the remote alarm, and scaring the dickens out of that squirrel and trying to catch it on film.
The dickens, hang on, y'all talk for a minute. I got to find a picture that I got. And
possibly, Evan, possibly. You'd have to talk to my agent.
See if I can get it up there in time. Where'd that picture go? I was shopping at a store the other day. There it is.
The Menards. You were at Menards.
Yeah. Well, we have a feed store out.
You don't have Menards, Goodgame.
No, we don't have Menards. I did pass a Menards when I was driving.
Keep on passing.
And I did, actually, because I didn't want to try to get my camper in there. But hang on. I got to get to my screen from my phone. It's not working out so well. So there we go. So I was shopping at the store, and speaking of fangs, not that we were speaking of fangs, but we'll act like we were. I spotted an illegal use of the fang.
You just tagged yourself, and you're muted, and you're still muted.
Still muted, Abe.
You just keep on talking, Abe. This is fun.
I still lost a sound too. Hearing.
All right, so there was a lady that was working there, and she's got a bow fang on there, and that's what they were using for their in-store radio communication.
That's not illegal at all.
So you're like, I swear I was taking a picture of the bow fang.
So when it's like, I'm gonna go ahead and call her out on it, and then it's a kind of a real country store, and I figured I thought better of it, and I didn't.
So are you like, excuse me, miss, I'm a licensed ham radio operator?
Actually, I did. Well, I went out to the truck first, and I got my fluorescent green vest, and I put it on, and I went on ahead and I put my hat on, and I came in and officially deployed myself into the
looked
feed
like you
store.
were about 4 foot taller than her too. So hopefully,
So you were a sad. You were a sad ham.
I was.
Talked bad about both things.
Yeah, so I didn't actually talk bad about it. I just thought it was funny because I was sitting there, and of course, it was the whole squelch option was kind of not really there, so it was like squawking, making a bunch of noise anyway.
Enemy said you pulled a Darren.
Yeah, he's got the right haircut for it.
So it's funny. I do that all the time, where like people are like got the radio and they're not supposed to have the. So it's kind of one of those things. But even my wife started, like, if she sees one in a movie or something like that, she's like, "Hey, that's one of those radios." I was like, "That's it. Take a screenshot."
Yeah, I watched a movie where it was some kind of like a terrorist group took over a bank or something like that.
It was a very tall building, and they were using Kenwoods.
They were at this one. They were using Bofangs.
It's a Die Hard reference.
Yeah, it's Die Hard. It was Die Hard on that one.
Good game, guys.
This one they were all using Bofangs.
So. But no anime. I didn't actually go deploy myself there, but it was kind of funny. And we call those people Kevins, not he Karens.
We call my wife got in an argument with some guy over a parking spot at the grocery store. I don't know why. There's thousands of. I wasn't there, and she got back and she's like, some Stan at the store was giving me a hard time over a parking spot.
So. Yeah, and of course, Die Hard is, of course, a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody else tells you. So that probably belongs in Holy Wars or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, I spotted the illegal use of the Fang, and I resisted the urge to become the Fang police.
You need to do your civic duty.
So actually, I was wondering if they were selling them like at the gun shows out here, where it's like $89.99 for a Fang, and people.
Oh, you can do that? That's what I'm doing from now on.
Or just have a table of fangs. I've seen them for sale at gun shows before.
Oh, and it's like crazy markup too, because people come in there and they're like, "Oh, look, that's one of these ham radios," and
$50 a hit. Man, I could do that.
Yeah.
There's always a guy sitting there who's like, "Now let me tell you something, boy. The Soros-backed liberals are pushing an agenda where you need to have one of these worldwide communication devices." And then I start laying it on thick.
And one guy had like the big display with like the tactical vest that you could buy with it.
Right, and then you put your radio your radio right here.
Yeah. So yeah, it was one of those.
I was at one of those, and the guy was selling these stunned things, and I was like, "Well, I need to see one work before I buy it." And
you're like, my wife's over there, test it out.
Yeah, I was like, "Can I tase that guy?" And he was like, "No, you can't." And I was like, "Well, I need to see it work." I was like, I need to order 10 of these." So
you don't want one that doesn't work, man.
Right?
They make a camo Fang. They make one.
They make one. You don't even have to spray paint it. I mean, you can buy it for the same price as the other Fang. Just don't get the one with the shiny front on it, because if you have the shiny front, nobody's going to buy it.
It can double as a signal mirror.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's going to give away somebody's position when they're hiding in the brush from the.
That's how they got Indiana Jones.
Yeah, so you got to watch out for that kind of stuff, But anyway, I do believe this is a Ham Nation night.
It is.
It is. So y'all make sure you head on over to Ham Radio Crash Course. Make sure you tell them you came from Caffeinated Radio, because that's where the come from on Wednesdays. And we will see y'all then. Thank y'all for being here. 8TO, Chuck, appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.
Thanks for hanging. Y'all take care, and we will see you on the air. 73, guys.
73 all.